My name is Brian. We're going to talk about Dubli rank advancement. And one of the things that I absolutely adore about this compensation plan and the way that it's structured is the means by which we can advance through the comp plan. It's really phenomenally incredible how the things that this company has done. And I'm going to make some notes here to remind myself to talk about position, right, permanence. And that's going to make sense in a minute, right? So position permanence. But essentially, when this pay plan and the rank advancement was first explained to me, I absolutely loved the way that it was explained, because in so many other opportunities, this would have been explained to me from the top down. You know, to be a senior vice president, you need this many people, and to be a vice president, you need this many people. But the way that Michael Hansen, who is the founder, CEO, and president of Dubli, explained this pay plan to my mentor is the way that it was explained to me, and that's how I'm going to explain it to you, and I think it makes the most sense this way. So basically, we're going to explain the rank advancement in Dubli from the bottom up. So the way it begins is everybody starts as a team member. That's how everybody begins in Dubli. You start as a team member. Now, if you have 3 team members, okay, that creates a team leader. If you have 3 team leaders, that creates a team coordinator. 3 team coordinators creates a sales director. Sales directors. You need 5 sales directors to be a vice president. But the difference now is that things begin to change. From sales director to vice president now, the individuals no longer have to be on the front line. So to be a vice president, you might have a sales director on your front line here, you might have another frontline sales director here, but you might have a team member here who sponsored another person who became a team member, who sponsored another person who became a team coordinator, who sponsored another person who became a sales director. And now that leg counts as qualified. And then maybe you have an individual that came in here but decided to leave the company for reasons that we don't know or can't explain. But they sponsored somebody who became a sales director. Well, now that leg qualifies. So now you have 4 sales director legs. And then maybe you sponsor one more person and they become a sales director. And now you have 5 sales director legs, and that creates a vice president. And then the same is true for getting to senior vice president. To make the position of senior vice president, you just simply need 5 organizations that have a vice president somewhere in them. So maybe you sponsored somebody who became a sales director, but they sponsored somebody who became a vice president. And then this person came in but didn't stay around, but they sponsored a vice president. And this person obviously became a vice president. You had another vice president here, and then maybe you introduced somebody who became a team coordinator, who introduced a team member who knew somebody who became a vice president. And now you have 5 vice president legs, and that is what makes you a senior vice president. And it's a very simple, easy to understand rank advancement structure. And the way that the company works this now is they're going to pay between 5 and 27.5% out to your this is called your organizational commission. So let's say, for example, and we'll go back to our original structure that we drew here, that in this example, you were the sales director, okay? At sales director, what happens is, let's say this person right here sponsors a new individual into the business. The company is going to pay 27.5% out on that individual's package, whether it's a TLA package, whether it's a team member package. Let's just say it's a team member package, $500. The company is going to pay out 27.5% of that $500. Now they're going to pay it out to whomever deserves it based on their rank. So in this case, their sponsor was a team member. So the company's going to pay 5% here. In front of that team member was a team leader. The team leader bonus is 5%. The team coordinator was above that. That team coordinator, the team coordinator is right here. That team coordinator, okay, is going to make 5%. And then the sales director, which was you, make 5%. In addition, the vice president also makes 5%. And now the senior vice president makes 2.5%. And if you add up 2.5% plus 5% plus 5% plus 5% plus 5% plus 5%, what do you come to? 27.5%. So that's how you know that the company pays out between 5 and 27.5% on everybody in your organization. Now let's say, for example, that you're this sales director and you sponsor somebody brand new, and that person comes in at TLA, $2,475. We'll just say for argument's sake that it's $2,500. Well, as a sales director, you sponsored them directly. So you are, in effect, going to receive the team member, team leader, team coordinator, and sales director commission, because there is no team member, team leader, team coordinator between you and that new individual. So if the team member earns 5, and the team leader earns 5, and the team coordinator earns 5, and the sales director earns 5, that's a total of 20%. So what's 20% of $2,475? The answer is you make a $500 commission. Does this make sense? So because you're a sales director sponsoring somebody personally, you get the team member, team leader, team coordinator, and sales director commissions. Now let's pretend for 1 second that you were a team coordinator. And this is just to make it clear. And you personally sponsored someone. And they came in at the BA level for $500. Okay? Because you're a team coordinator and there's no team member or team leader between that new individual and you would receive the 5% team member bonus, the 5% team leader bonus, and the 5% team coordinator bonus for a total of 15%. And that's why we say the team coordinators earn 15% on people they personally sponsor. So the company will always pay out a 5% team member bonus, a 5% team leader bonus, a 5% team coordinator bonus, a 5% sales director bonus, a 5% vice president bonus, and a 2.5% senior vice president bonus will always be paid out. And how much or how many of those bonuses you receive will purely be based on what your position is and what the positions of the individuals in your organization are that are between you and the brand new person who just got sponsored.